goals and life outlined. They say success is predictable, especially for those who have the drive and the discipline to do the things which are needed to be done to succeed day in and day out. No excuses. If you know what you want, you must do everything to get what you want. But of course, there's no way to compromise your integrity and your values just to get what you want. Today, I'm going to talk to a young lady who seems to have figured out how to make her dreams happen. She is kind, and she is now 18 years old, who dedicates herself to making the most of the life God has blessed her with by doing all things in love and for a greater purpose. She was born with a profound and unending love for the performing arts, a passionate and award-winning singer, dancer, declaimer, public speaker, TV broadcaster, creative writer, and journalist in both the regional and national levels. She has performed in various Ilonggo musicals and theater plays as an Iloilo Prima Galaw artist and currently a member of the University of San Agustin Little Theater. She also starred in locally produced films such as Padayon, the University of San Agustin's Literature Day 2019 Best Film, and Kevin Pison Piamonte's Bukog, a finalist in the 32nd CCP Gawad Alternativo Short Feature category. Amidst the pandemic, her love for creative original music has grown as she has written songs that address mental health and love. She is a three-time National Schools Press Conference top awardee in the TV broadcasting and script writing English category. She is recognized as one of the top outstanding students of Region 6 for school year 2018 to 2019 by four award-giving bodies: the Outstanding Students of Iloilo Awards, or TOSHA, by JCI Regatta, the Outstanding Student Circle of Iloilo, Young Men's Christian Association, and the Outstanding Student or and the Private Schools and Schools Administration Association of the Philippines, or PRISAAP. She also dedicates herself to community service as a volunteer, a choir member, a resource speaker, and student leader, the president of both the Josephian Student Council and PRISAAP Regional Youth Sector for school year 2018 to 2019, and the vice president for Visayas of the National Secondary Editors Guild for school year 2018 to 2020, back to back. She is a consistent honor student until now, and she has completed her junior high school education at St. Joseph School Iloilo Incorporated in 2019 as the valedictorian of her batch. She has been crowned as Pavia's 48th Carabao Carosa Festival Queen just last December. She is currently the anchor of Panay News Tonight. Please welcome to Life Expressions, Elaisha Pomida. Hi, Elaisha.
Hello, Miss Charie. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to wherever you are.
Yes, it's good to
Yes.
see you. It's really good to see you. When I last saw you, you were just like, I think that you were 13 years old when we had the remake of Kids and More. And I
Yes.
first met you when you were very little, singing already for Kids
Very,
and More.
very little. Yes, Miss Charie. Thank you so much for having me here. And it's wonderful to be seeing you again, even through the virtual space.
Yes,
Thank
of
you so
course. And
much.
you are looking good. I'm so happy for all the successes that you have achieved for yourself,
Thank
and you continue
you.
to be sweet and gracious.
Thank you so much, Miss Charie. God's provision and the support of my loved ones really helped me to where I am today.
Oh, wow, yes. So what keeps you busy? I have said that you are already the anchor of Panay News. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Chai. This is really a blessing and something that I would never have thought would have happened. That's I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. And to answer your question, what has been keeping me busy these days, aside from being the anchor of Panay News Tonight, I'm also a student. I'm a graduating student at this point.
Yeah.
I'm currently a grade 12 UM student in the University of San Agustin. So a month or in 2 months, I'm graduating and going to be a first year college student. So it's kind of hectic, My
Yeah.
academic life is kind of hectic, so I'm trying to really balance it with my co-curricular activities as well. And for this month particularly, I have also, aside from being active with my organizations that I'm part of, we're also preparing for the 49th Carabao Carosa Festival Queen Search, which will be happening on the 31st of this month. And I'm very active in this preparation. So I'm really, really excited as well, even though it may be tiring,
Yeah.
but I'm very, very happy and very passionate. So
That's good
that's
to
it, Miss
know.
Charie. Very happy.
It's good to know that you're happy, Elisha. Tell us about your journey as the Queen of Pavia in December 2020.
Yes, Miss Charie. This is honestly something that I would never really thought. I mean, I dreamed about it.
Yeah.
It's been a secret dream of mine, but I've never really told people about it. I've always kept it to myself or to my closest friends because I feel like it's something that is too far-fetched for me to dream of and to happen.
Mhm.
And I've always been an explorative person, and ever since I was young, aside from singing was my first love, and then dancing, then I explored acting in theater and in film, and public speaking, journalism, writing. So I love to experience all these things, and especially, learn so much from the world from these different things. So I keep on telling myself, what's next? So
Yeah.
I said, in my this quarantine,
Yeah.
I've been battling, with some difficulties, of course, because of the pandemic. Miss Cherry, with our mental health, it's
Yeah.
kind of been difficult for us.
Yeah.
And I told myself to keep myself positive. I said that I'll make a list of things that I'll do before I die. So I put
Good.
there specifically that I wanted to join a pageant. And
Mhm.
I said in a video I created that it's so far-fetched. I don't think that would happen. But then after 3 days of making that video, I was told by my mom that the Kapitan of Aganan, si Cap
Yeah.
Nems, she texted my mom that the search will push through and they
Yeah.
would want me to represent Aganan, our barangay,
Yeah.
for the search in Pavia.
Mhm.
And I cried so much. I thought that, I mean, many people would think that this is something that I've dreamed of and
Yeah.
it's now happening. But then I cried immediately. I said, Mom, like give me time to process. I was so overwhelmed with anxiety and fear
Yeah.
because maybe I've always told myself that it's impossible, Miss Cherry, So, but then I've also been filled with so much gratefulness
Yeah.
because I've only dreamed about it and now it's already here. God has given me this opportunity and I'm trusted to represent the barangay for
Yeah.
this pageant. So after that, I said, yes, the only con here is that I'm very scared, but
Yeah.
I told myself that let's just do things scared. So after that, I started training and it's the process is very painful. That's why when I was really going through the process, I was like, wow, big hats off to our beauty queens. It's not an easy job at all. For the physicality, I had to learn how to walk because I walk like a penguin. And I had to learn how to walk like a beauty queen, Miss Cherry. Yes.
Yes.
And it's really performance, it's really
Yeah.
walking. And then I realized that it's really the process was painful not only physically but also emotionally because you cannot walk like a beauty queen if you don't feel beautiful, you don't feel confident. So that's
Yeah.
what I realized because
Yeah.
you can't just do the mechanics or technicalities of it. And I've always been told like you have to feel beautiful, radiate warmth,
Yes.
happiness, and like confidence. And
Yeah.
what I had to work on because although I've been born on the stage, is what I that's what I tell people. I
Yeah.
love performing, but I I trust my talent because I've worked hard for it,
Yeah.
and I'm always praying, and the support that my family has for me is always there. But by myself, how
Yeah.
I bring myself, I don't think I'm really there yet at that point in time. So I said, let's work on it. So aside from that, building this confidence and physicality, and the walk, I also had to learn. Of course, we had to diet.
Yeah. To
And work
achieve the
out.
form that you want.
Yes, Miss Cherry. And I've learned to really become physically fit because I wasn't physically fit at all. I'm either too skinny or too, well, very, very chubby. So I told myself that it's a good time for me to really focus on my physical health, and that's really good. But most especially, Miss Charie, I think that what I really prepared for this pageant is when I was preparing for the Q&A is really realizing what's my greater purpose in joining this. As what I've said, as what you've said a while ago sa introduction. Thank you very much for the introduction, Miss Charie. That I really dedicate myself to doing things in love and in greater purpose. And this is a pageant that is not that is unlike any other, because this is the first pageant or town search that will be happening in the province of Iloilo, or I think also in Visayas and Mindanao, that will be pushing through amidst the pandemic. So I said that this is beauty pageants have always been a platform for advocacy for me. That's how I viewed it. I love how it has evolved to be that way. A platform for empowered women to share their advocacies, to stir conversations, create discourse on social issues that's happening and affecting us. But now in the pandemic, I realized that it's a greater responsibility, because it's not only a bigger platform of advocacy, it's now much more meaningful, it's much more heavier. And as I've said in my winning answer, it's an opportunity and a testimony to prove to the world that no fire, or no pandemic rather, can put out the fire within the hearts of the Pavianhons or of the women of the Philippines in general. So I think I really went into that pageant not just as a representative of my barangay as a beauty queen or an aspiring beauty queen, but really as an advocate. And that's something that I brought with me until the pageant night. And I'm very happy, Miss Charie, that even though I will be having the shortest reign ever, because our Carabao Rosa Festival really happens. Yes, Miss Charie, it happens every May. But then our since the pandemic happened last 2020, it was moved or delayed to December. But to keep the tradition alive or to keep it going, we had to continue to stage it in May, which is this month. So my reign is only for 5 months, but I believe that I hope that I did my best to make it as purposive and as purposeful as it can be, as I've had was able to push through with my advocacy, which is healing through the arts. And I was able to partner up with I Lead Trainings. It's a youth organization that I'm part of, that this is filled with so many empowered youth. And we were able to partner with the LGU of Pavia to create a talk entitled Beauty Queen. So it's Beauty Queen. So it's a talk that talked about women empowerment through pageants, advocacy through pageants, really focusing on creating purpose in the pageant experience of the ladies. And I hope that even though this is a short reign, I hope that I made it worthwhile. And I hope that this is just a kickstart to more that I can be able to do for my community, for Pavia, and to work with future queens as well in serving our community. So that's my pageant journey, Miss Charie.
For sure, Elaisha, even if your reign is short, it is very meaningful with the way you speak about your advocacy. And you have mentioned the heart of the Pavianhons. What is in the heart of Pavianhons?
Yes, Miss Chai, I'm very, very proud to be a Pavianhon, because we Pavianhons, we exhibit so much strength, so much unity. We still continue doing our activities, such as celebrating our Carabao Caroza festival, even through the virtual space. We've really maximized the virtual space. The pandemic happened, but we did not say, now we'll cancel our activities. No, we said, let's find a way to continue to celebrate our heritage, our culture. And that's why I'm very proud to be a Pavianhon. You're very strong as people, and we're strong as one.
That's great to know, Elaisha. You continue to excel in both academics and extracurricular activities. How do you do it? How do you keep that balance in your life?
Yes, Miss Charie. To be very honest, this is something that I've always been doing since I was very young, since an elementary Batang Vida days.
Correct.
I was already
Batang
doing
Vida sa Iloilo.
Yes, Miss Charie. Batang Vida days, I was grade 2, and since then, I've really had this innate dedication for my studies. I really am. I can say that although I can say that I'm not naturally smart, but I can say that I've been excelling because I'm really diligent. I really study. So hard work talaga.
Yeah.
But even though I've been an active or a student, an honor student since I was very young, and I've also been excelling in co-curricular activities on the
Yeah.
side, or even making it a main thing for me as well. I can't say that it's something that I mastered at this point. Even though it's something that I've been doing for so long, I cannot still say at this point in my life that I have perfected it, I have mastered it, and it's something that I don't struggle with, because I actually really struggle with it, especially now in the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I think, Miss Charie, what I've learned from this is really two things.
Yeah.
First is really to work or to work on a process or a mechanism that works for you. I realize there are so many people who really talk about their experiences, right? And saying it's good that you study from this time to this time, you have to sleep from this time, and you study this way. It's good to, let's say, write while you talk or something like that. I think what I've learned through the years is to develop something that works for me.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be exactly what other people do,
True.
but I've developed something that works for me. And oh, this is what works for me. Like, what may work for him or for her may not work for me, and what may work for me may not work for the rest. So that's what I really learned. So as we're growing, we also, these things change, which is why I still struggle with it. I still try to experiment. What's a good time for me to study? When am I most effective? So that's what I really learned, Miss Charie, and I hope I could help other people with that. Just work on a mechanism that really helps you and is the most effective for you. And second, Miss Charie, I think now I realize that I have to be kinder to myself. Um, in the midst of being active in co-curricular activities, because this is something I'm really passionate about. I really love to do service and performing arts and mixing both passion and purpose. I'm also very much dedicated to my studies, and amidst this, although I'm very passionate about it, I admit that sometimes it gets tiring, right? And it takes up our time for ourselves to process our emotions and everything. So I've battled with really having this a stable mental health condition all throughout, because I admit to having breakdowns, to even visiting a psychiatrist from time to time because I couldn't handle some things, and that's when I realized that sometimes I have to be, or actually all the time, we have to really think of ourselves, put ourselves first. That's what I really learned, Miss Charie. And now I'm starting to really put this into heart, that amidst the balancing of everything, it's important to take rest, to give time for ourselves to reflect, to spend time with our family and all that. Because at the end of the day, if the fire within us is burnt out, we won't be able to, as much as we love to engage in these activities, we don't have much to give. So that's what I really learned with Charie. It's still a learning process for me, and I hope that I continue to learn more as I grow older and experience more in life.
It's a work in progress for you, Elaisha, and I must say, always have that self-care. Self-care is important. Yes, you are excelling and you appear to be very mature already in the way you think, the way you do things, in your acceptance of yourself, and that's really good. You are an inspiration to your peers, I must say. So, but
Thank
you
you.
have mentioned there are times that you had breakdowns and that you have to focus on your mental health as well. In
Yes.
between those times or your challenges, what are your frustrations so far?
Yes. My frustrations, Miss Charie, I think what really frustrates me, especially now in the pandemic, I could say, is that it has really messed with how life really works, or how we're used to life, let's say.
Yeah.
now everything is in the virtual space, right? And even though people, well, many may say that you're just sitting down instead of, in class, you're actually moving about and everything. I think many can relate to me as well. It feels much more tiring to be in front of the screen the whole day and doing activities. I think I'm frustrated because everything seems more difficult in the middle of the pandemic.
Yes.
And I think it's natural as well, no, to feel this kind of way.
Yes.
But I think this is something that I'm sure if we learn first to accept that you're having a difficult time, and as I've said a while ago, to find what really works for us.
Yes.
So it's frustrations. I don't really have much frustrations because I think, if we stay frustrated but we don't do anything about it, then these will remain frustrations. So I think that's what we have to survive and thrive in this pandemic. So it might be difficult, but the only way is really moving forward. So
You
that's
have
really
overcome these frustrations, have accepted and accepted these challenges, and now you are thriving, as you have said.
I hope so, Miss
Keep it
Cherry.
up, keep it
Yeah.
up.
Thank you so
But
much,
is
Miss
there
Cherry.
still peer pressure even in the virtual space? Do you still get to see your friends, talk to your friends online? How do you mingle? How do you connect with your friends?
Yes. Miss Cherry, one of the saddest things really that happened in this pandemic or because of the pandemic is really not being able to see our friends, our
Wow.
peers, and these people. I've said a while ago that the support that people have for me really
Yes.
means so much for me, and these people mean so much to me, and not being able to see them
Yes.
every day like we used to before
True.
really created such a heavy feeling inside
Yes.
of me. But then in terms of peer pressure, I've never really experienced, I can't really label my experiences before as peer pressure because I think, Miss Char, I've always been very strong in my principles. So yeah, my dad always tells me that I'm always strong in
Very
my
good.
principles.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That is
and I always keep in mind, Miss Chari, that if
good.
these people really do love me and are really genuine, or really my genuine friends, then they'd accept if I don't want to do something. I
Yeah.
have many friends right now that we don't share the same interests,
Yeah.
but we still bond and we still have a strong relationship because we are bonded by this respect that we have for each other. So I think really if to help other people experiencing peer pressure, maybe it's because I think peer pressure really comes from the need for us to be
Yes.
loved, to be
Yes.
to
Yes.
belong, right? To be
Correct.
accepted. But maybe we're finding these in the wrong people, right? If we
True.
feel pressure. So
Yes.
I think it's good to surround ourselves with people who love us for who we are, who accept us for who we are, and to want to be with us for
Yes.
who we are. And I think that's how I'm very blessed. I'm very, very grateful that I'm with people like that, who are beautiful people who just who are weird together because of the love that we have for each other.
That's great, Elisha. I'm so happy that you realize these things and you are straightforward. You know what you want and you know the kind of people that should be with you and that should
Yeah.
surround you. That is very good. You are on your 12th grade, right? And then
Yeah.
you are getting into college very soon. Have you already
Yeah.
decided what course you're going to take up?
Actually, Miss Cherry, it's something that I would love to take up law
Yeah.
after I graduate my college.
Mhm.
But then for my pre-law,
Yes.
I'm kind of still confused, but I think I'm gearing more towards foreign service right now as I'm, thinking about it because it's very, very soon.
Yes, it
This
is very
year.
soon.
Yes.
So good luck on that. What are
Thank
your
you.
priorities right now? Like in the short term, you are active with the campaign for the Carosa Festival, for the
Yeah.
Queen search, and you're soon graduating. So what are your main priorities?
Yes, Miss Cherry. As I've said a while ago, I think now this
Mhm.
is something that I should have prioritized from the very start. And I
Yeah,
think now I'm starting to prioritize myself.
very
Before I'd always beat myself up for things that sometimes beyond my control.
Mhm.
I blame myself for things, or when I'm too tired to do something, I let's say I haven't loved myself before. And I think my priority now is that I realize now in the pandemic I'm given time to reflect really. I realized that my priority right now is to really learn to love myself, because it is through loving myself that I'm sure that I'm going to be able to give more to people, to engage more, to experience more. So now, with everything that I'm doing, sometimes I give myself time to rest, which I don't really give. I wasn't really kind to myself before. I wasn't kind to myself enough to give myself time to rest.
Mhm.
So now I'm giving myself time to rest, time to have a breakdown. It's like cry. It's okay, just cry and not really
Okay, not
beat
to be
myself up.
okay, right?
Yes, it's okay not to be okay, definitely. And I think now my priority is really being kind to myself. And once that I'm in this journey, Miss Chari, I believe that I'm able to be a more functional member of our society, of our community, and I'm able to give more when I'm kinder to myself. Then I'm therefore kinder to others. So that's
Very
really my
good.
priority right now.
Yes, you have to love yourself, be kind to yourself, so that you can love others as well and be kind to
Yes,
others as well.
yes,
Because
Miss
they
Chari.
say you cannot give what you do not have.
Definitely, that's true.
Elisha, if I may ask you, you have mentioned that you want to be a lawyer, but what is
Yes.
your dream, your biggest dream?
Oh, I love this question. Because I have so many dreams. I
Yes,
mean, I'm not ashamed because
yes.
it's it, it's beautiful to dream, Miss Chari. It's so
Dream
beautiful to
big.
have, yes, to have this hope in us to keep us going. And I've as I said a while ago, I really would love to become a lawyer, to be
Yes.
a human rights lawyer, to really speak up for the marginalized in our community. And but aside from that, I really envision myself to be really a performer for life.
Yes.
I really would love to, may it be in any platform, may it be in YouTube or in TV, we don't know, or somewhere else. I want to continue performing, singing, dancing, acting, Miss Charity. This is something I'm really passionate about. And I plan in the future, I plan to level it up
Mhm.
where more people are willing to listen to me, to watch me. And I think this is a very big opportunity for me to mix my passion with a purpose, really, because once that we're given a bigger platform, it means a bigger responsibility for us to bring to steer conversations, to bring awareness on certain things in the world. And I want to help
Yeah.
people in whatever way that may be, by inspiring them, by giving encouragement or motivation, or by doing something, by speaking out about these things through my passion, which is really performing. But my ultimate dream in life is sharing. Oh, but aside from that, I also would love to really open a daycare, Miss Chari. That's something I
Wow.
really love to do. And yeah, so my ultimate dream in life, Miss Chari, is really to become a Disney princess.
Wow.
Yes, Miss Chari, it's a
Yes.
childhood dream
Yes.
that I think I will never grow out of. I'm
Yeah.
always a child at heart,
Yes.
and being a Disney princess, may it be being the live action, being the actress of this Disney princess in a live action remake of whatever Disney movie that may be,
Yes.
or may it be voicing a new Disney princess or
Yeah.
whatever.
Wow.
This
Why
is
not?
really my dream, Miss Cherry.
Keep
It's something
on
I would.
manifesting that dream, and I'm pretty sure that will happen.
Yes.
With your talent and with your dedication, that's not far-fetched, Elisha. That will surely
Thank
happen.
you so much, Miss Cherry. I really hope so. Manifesting.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
That's great. Dream big, right? And for
definitely, Miss
sure, and
Cherry.
keep up your positivity, keep up your dedication. For sure, you will get there.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Miss Cherry. Yes.
Elisha, you are a singer and you are a songwriter as well. If there is one
Yeah.
song that would depict your life right now, what song would that be?
Oh yes, this song, Miss Charie, is something that is a song that I believe is my theme song. It's the theme song of my life, and this is called "Shine" by Regine
Mm.
Velasquez. Here we
Can you
go.
sing that for us? Sing.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Miss Charie. Okay. So watch me glow, light shines within me. People ask me why, and I just smile and tell them you're the reason. I cast the darkness aside, for you make me shine. Shine like the stars in the heavens. Shine, shine. You keep me shining through. Shine, shine with the light that you given. It's true. I'm shining on all because of you.
Wow,
Yeah.
beautiful. I love
Thank
it.
you, Miss
Thank you
Charlie.
so
That's
much, Elisha. I
so
wish
much
you all the
fun.
best. You deserve the best things in life. You deserve happiness. You deserve kindness because you are that. What you are, what you give back, you will get that as well.
Thank you so
You
much, Miss
you reap
Charlie.
what you sow.
Yes. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much, Miss
Elisha.
Charlie.
Elisha, last question. What is your prayer?
Yes, Miss Charlie. I think my greatest prayer for this time is really for love to really dominate in our world. With so much hate that is happening in our world right now, there is so much hate, there is so much happening in our world that really roots from hatred. I pray that we'll all be filled with love, with the want and and the desire for peace, for unity. And this is my greatest prayer, well, Miss Chari, because in the midst of the pandemic, we're all that we have. Each other is all that we have.
Yes.
And to continue to hate each other, to build a community or a place for hatred where we're already committing so much against humanity because of this hate. I hope this is something that we this negativity is something that we cast away. I pray that this is something that we put out, we put aside, that we really completely eradicate from whatever we're thinking, Miss Cherry. And I also pray for strength. Strength for each and every one of us who are battling not only problems in life, financial problems in life, but also mentally, emotionally, getting through these hard times. I pray for strength. I also pray for love, for peace for everyone. And I really pray for healing, Miss Cherry, not only for the pandemic. Yes, because we need the pandemic to really finish and to really, be gone from the face of this earth.
Mhm.
And also really pray for healing,
Yeah.
for our healing, personal healing, for the healing of our families, for all those who are sick. Really love, Miss Shari. Greatest prayers, really love.
Yes. Thank you so much, Elisha. I wish you
Thank
love
you
as
so
well.
much, Miss Shari.
And so much more. Thank you for this interview. You have given me so much inspiration and so much love and satisfaction of how you have become. Yes, indeed, you're just 18 years old, but and there's still a long way to go. But I would like to say that you have arrived at a place where you are supposed to be, to know what kind of person you are, and that is someone who continues to work on herself, who wants to excel all the time and to have love, grace, and kindness. Thank you, Elisha.
Thank you so much, Miss Shari, for this opportunity. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes.
much.
Continue to set goals beyond your grasp, but within your reach. Reach as high as you can, then reach a little higher.
Yes, Miss Shari. Thank you so, so much.
You are welcome. So, thank you so much, guys, for listening. You can catch this podcast, Life Expressions, on Spotify, Anchor, and any podcast app that is available to you. And of course, this is also available on YouTube and Facebook. If you like this episode, please like and download. And of course, share with your friends. Show us some love. I am Charie Ginete-Ilon, and with me is Elaisha Losaria Pomida. Thank you, Elaisha.
Thank you, Miss Charie. Thank you, everyone. God bless.
God bless. Bye bye.
Bye bye.